Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back. Look who I got here. It's Oscar. Yeah. So to everybody new, hello and welcome. This is Oscar. He is my full-bodied silicone baby boy. He's the Dwayne #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. So, oh my goodness. I am in relax mode for a few minutes and I just had to come up and make a video and get away for a few minutes and say hi to you all. And I thought that I would feed Oscar because that's the thing that I enjoy doing most when I chat with you all. Right, Oscar? Say yes, mommy loves to feed me. So I'm not going to do a drink and wet feeding, but I am going to do just a regular, sealed bottle. So before we start, well, actually, let me get started. Yeah, because I wanted to show you all Oscar's leg. So his armature went, which there seems to be that happening the past couple weeks. From what I understand, it's definitely not uncommon because when I got Oscar, he hit both his arm armatures were no longer working, and he was less than a year old. He was like pretty new when I got him. And the mommy that I got him from, he was only with like the original mommy for like a really short period. I don't know if it was like a matter of a few weeks or a month or two, but it was a very short period. And then he arrived to the mommy that I got him from, and he needed to be rerouted, so he was rerouted. And he didn't have a lot of his originals and stuff, so I guess, we really don't know what happened to little Oscar, do we? And Angela, who had him, his mommy before me, she had said she was putting his arms in a shirt and she felt the one armature go. They both happened in the same day at the same time. So, which I'll talk a little bit. Let me get started feeding him. So, yeah, let's get started. He's just gonna have his glass bottle of formula. I use the lubricating jelly. This is the generic for KY jelly. I use a little bit on the tip of anything I put in my silicone's mouth. Well, I don't put anything in their mouths, but you know what I mean. Either bottle or passy. This helps helps preserve the paint and prevent any friction on the paint. And it's a trick that silicone doll collectors have been using for many years, so it's well, like tried and stuff like that it does, it certainly doesn't damage the paint. It definitely keeps their mouths preserved. It also can help prevent from tearing in the corners and stuff, because it's makes the bottle or the passy go in with ease. So as a collector, I recommend always ask your artist, always speak to your silicone doll artist, before doing anything. But as a collector, that's what I recommend. So anyway, back to armatures. Right, Oscar. So a couple days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, when I was putting him in that mustard outfit, I felt it. I felt his leg one. I was like, oh, that's it. And I wasn't even sure if his leg armatures truly did work, because honestly, his legs aren't terribly posable because he's got such chubby legs. He's got short shorter, chubby legs. It's just his sculpt, and he's got more, you know, like of a bent legs. So with the chub and the bend and stuff, there really wasn't much. This leg now, with the difference with the armature, just hangs a little looser, and honestly, I like that. So yeah, you know, that's like it's now making him feel even, you know, just more. See how this other leg is, well, when I'm done feeding him, I'll show you a little more. I'll probably make another video like laying him down so you all can see good, and then we can talk about armatures, no armatures, and arms and legs and stuff. Because remember, folks, this is a feature that, you know, a lot of collectors pay for. You know, when you're ordering a silicone doll or doll kit, like a lot of times you will get the options, like they're kind of like add-on features that you're paying for. It's like getting a car, you know, fully loaded or not, or, you know, picking what features you're gonna get, and you know, the cost goes up as you add things on. And not just a matter of cost, but like you want to know what you want or what you're gonna prefer, or if you've never had a silicone, or you've never had a silicone with, or like, you know, to compare to, like with armatures in the arms or legs, then all you have to go by is other collectors chatting, talking, and showing their dolls. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's why a lot of us, I know that's why I talk, because I know the stuff that I learned from all of you, you know, prior to getting my own silicone. So much appreciated. So early in the wee hours of the morning, when I wasn't sleeping, I don't know what possessed me to watch. What was I doing? Oh, I was seeing what my own channel looked like on the TV. And I decided to watch Oscar's box opening. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I am watching it, and, you know, when I got to a certain point and, you know, I opened him and I was looking at him and stuff, like I realized as I was watching, tears were like pouring down my face. I'm so corny. So I'm crying watching my own box opening. No joke. I mean, pouring down my face a couple times. A couple times that happened. I think it's because I know how much I adore him now, and how happy I was that day in getting him, and just how right everything went. Because to those of you, and it was almost a year ago that I got Oscar. It feels like just yesterday. Can you all believe that? I need my bangs cut so bad. They are really annoying me. I'm one of those people that if my bangs the slightest bit go down, like it just annoys me very badly. Like some people can have those like nice, you know, stylish bangs, and nope, I have to have the like, because bothers, anything in my face bothers me. So just try and like fluff them up, right? I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm like that. Anyways, yeah, see how his leg, I like that, how his leg is just a little looser, right, Oscar? Yeah. So watching that and thinking, wow, that was, you know, that was almost a year ago, and just the wonderful, you know, feeling at that whole time frame in the doll, in my collecting and in the doll community. You know, and people were making, you know, congratulations videos, you know, friends were making congratulations videos, and it was a trade that happened. I had the Caden bonus baby by Claire Taylor, and Angela and I traded. To those of you that were here, you remember. To those of you that don't, that's how I ultimately wound up with Oscar. I actually had Erica's Gabriel, then I had the Caden, and then that led me to Oscar. Well, first I had the Elena Westbrook, the Mishka, but first I had Little Peanut when I first came in, but you all didn't see that because I didn't even have him on my channel. But anyway, what I'm saying is that just looking back at that time and how beautifully that trade went, you got to think of two, collectors. I didn't know who Angela was. She wasn't like a friend of mine that I knew for any amount of time at all. But she was, through a friend, and that's all that needed to be because of the way that I trusted the friend she was through. And she, felt the same towards me. And just, I remember how perfect it was, down to when we were sending like photos of the pile of stuff we were sending to each other. It was just kind of like, we just had the same thing in mind. And right down to, we wound up going to the post office at the same time, and when we exchanged photos of receipts, I was confused for a second because I thought I was still looking at my own receipt because it was the same weight and the same price, the boxes. That's how close, it just, everything was so right, and that doesn't happen that often, it's that, and that's normally would be such a terrifying thing to trade a doll that, I want to say, like, delicate as far as like silicone is. It's a little different than vinyl. More can happen, and of course more more costly. That usually would be very nerve-wracking for people, I would think. But for me, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't, because of who I was, dealing with on the other end. And I know that they felt the same way. So it was just a good mutual feeling because I felt trusted, they felt trusted, and it flowed so beautifully. And of course, Angela got the, Claire Taylor little girl she wanted with all the bells and whistle, the features that she wanted. And I got Oscar that, had the same. And I so badly, wanted more than anything to get to an AA boy for a silicone. I really, really wanted to have the one-piece pour. Like, I had in mind my specifications of what would be my dream silicone baby. And then the day that I saw a picture of this boy, because Annie had him for a hot second, you'll remember that. He went to Auntie Annie's for a couple weeks, right? Yes, you did. But then, thank God he did, because that's where I saw him. That's how I knew. I didn't even know he existed. I wasn't following the silicones that close. I wasn't following Claire that close because I didn't think that it was something obtainable to me. So I wasn't following in that way, like so closely to pay attention because I thought that I was getting. I just followed and watched everyone else's channels, who had, babies and channels that I enjoyed, and saw them there. I wasn't up on the latest, except what I saw, my friends coming in. But Oscar was one, I didn't see. I didn't know everybody. Angela actually had a channel. I didn't, I hadn't seen her. I didn't know her. So it was Auntie Annie. They sent a picture and said, look at this little boy. You're going to love him. And I said, oh my gosh. And at that time when he was with Annie, I was like, well, there's a chance she'll let him go in the future. And so I just had my sights set on him, and I just was like, that's my son over there. That's my boy. That's my son. Right, Oscar? And then it took a turn, and Angela missed him so much. I think she had went for another silicone girl, a different sculpt of some sort. I don't quite remember, and I guess possibly she wasn't quite satisfied with that baby. I don't think that baby stayed, and then I think she regretted, selling Oscar, because, he's got the, very desirable features, and especially then, like a year ago, there wasn't that many babies that had these features, and there's only so much of the Dwayne sculpt. And anyway, she missed him, and Annie felt bad, of course, and didn't want to keep the baby from her that she felt she parted with too soon. And he went back, and I was like, oh, I was devastated over here, because I was like, I lost him. I lost my son. He's gone. Because I figured, oh, if she missed him that much that she wanted to get him back, then he's going to be a forever baby for her. And I didn't know her or how much, so I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a sign of a forever baby. So I was like over here like, oh, I lost my son. There's never going to be another baby like this, especially because he was like rerooted and stuff, so he's a little different. He has the straight hair, just, I don't know. And he's so me. He's so me. So, as I said on the day of that box opening, everything was right as rain. Everything was right as rain. Right, Oscar? So, I was, got me thinking after that, like, just how nice things were. The good, warm, wonderful feeling that was kind of just getting passed around this community. And everyone just was feeling, joyous for one another, and all the new babies coming in. I felt like there was just blossoming everywhere was new babies. I guess it was like, I know it was before Easter, because I remember her sending that little Easter thing. So I know it was before Easter, which is in what was the end of April? I want to say I got him in March. I didn't look at the date on the video. I want to say it was the end of February to March. Maybe March, could have been middle of March, somewhere around there. So I guess more kind of approaching spring, and it could have been the end of March, you know what I'm saying? So maybe, that's the time where your plans that came to fruition after, like, for, babies getting started in January and stuff like that, were probably coming home, and you know what I'm saying? So it felt like the community was just blossoming full of new babies, and just everyone was just like glowing with joy and passing around happiness and congratulations. And we were doing fun tags, and it was just, everybody was having a lot of fun. And we still are. We still can be. I am. And I know that, a lot of you started off the new year and everything's, great in Dolly World. And a lot of collectors have, lots of new babies in the works, right? Coming up for the spring again. We're going to blossom in the spring. And, I was just thinking about it, that I just wanted to share with you all that, you know, no one can steal your joy from you. Each of us are responsible for our own selves, for our own actions, for our own feelings. You know, nobody can take your joy away from you unless you allow them to. You know, there's people just in general, human beings in life, that go through all kinds of, I mean, think about what goes on, the tragedies and the things that go on in life, that people endure and survive and heal and overcome and become better people because of it. Like, that's what you choose from within. You know, you can't put that on other people because it comes from, you know, within. So someone could choose to say, well, I was wronged, I was hurt, you know, whatever. And I'm talking about in life, you know, this happens where people will go through tragedy and they just, you know, just say, well, this happened to me, and the rest of their life is just kind of everything is everybody's fault, and they hold anger and resentment, and it doesn't lead to a happy person, a happy life, or anyone happy around them. And people that say, you know, that, you know, yet go through what they're going through, and I'm not saying that everything you go through in life is pleasant, and I don't think that God promised us, any of us, a pain-free, stress-free, whatever life. And some of you all got real, you know, serious stuff going on. I just wanted to interject there just to ask for prayers for Shannon. I love me some more reborn babies too. Her just whole, you know, her family, her dear friends just lost their daughter, and it was just, you know, way too soon. It was a tragedy, and just, you know, it's her very, you know, good friend, and her son grew up with this girl, and it, you know, they just, I mean, it's just unfathomable. You know, the mom couldn't even stand up at the funeral. I mean, it just, to hear that, just, I mean, so anyway, just please pray, you know, pray for that family, as well as any family that might be suffering a loss like that. Those are, you know, huge, you know, tragedies, and, you know, things happen in life, things go on in life, and, you know, it's important to remember the people that are still here, the people that are around us that we love, that we want to be good for, that we want to be okay for, that we want to be our best for. They deserve it, right? You know, everybody that you loves deserve it. Everybody that you love deserves it. And all of your friends here deserve it too. And you know what? So do you. Everybody deserves to have that inner peace, and it comes from within. That's it. It comes from within. And if you got something going on, that you're hurting, that things, you know, aren't right, you know, there are so many ways to, you know, reach out for help, and you can't fix what you won't acknowledge. And the first step is acknowledging what the problem is in order to fix it. That's with anything in life, right? Because it just would be great, you know, to see as many people here enjoying, from what I saw and remembered, like back to Oscar's box opening, and I sure am. And I was like, I got a lot of phone calls to make and stuff. I got back from the market and I was like, you know what? I'm taking a minute. I'm making a video. I'm snuggling this boy. I'm enjoying my dolly. I'm going to be over here, having fun. Anyways, I invite you all to join me for that. And we're going to have a lot of heart-to-heart chats. I really kind of decided for the new year that I'm not gonna walk on eggshells or feel like that I'm suppressed in some way because of anything that's going on. I say out there at this point because I can't. We'll talk about that, but because it just I kind of realize like there's no you can't control what other people say and do, and if other people are going to just not tell the truth and just go on and on at you, they're gonna do it out there, and there's nothing you could do about it, because at this point all I'm doing is existing. So so short of what I'm supposed to just go jump off a bridge, because simply my existing, so it's silly, and that's silly. You don't like somebody, don't watch them. It's that easy. I say that all the time. But anyway, so yeah, I decided that I've always been a channel that I've always talked and had these like heart to hearts with all you folks, and I'm not going to worry about, is this going to be taken this way? Is this going to be taken that way? Or somebody could twist this. I said, I'm not. I am full steam ahead into 2020 to enjoy the hobby, enjoy all of you, enjoy growing with my channel, and that's it. Bottom line. And you're in control of you, and so let's make it a great year. All right, everyone, I'm gonna let you all go. Thanks for joining me today, to relax, to chat a little bit, to see Oscar, and I hope everybody finds their way to joy and what's supposed to be in this hobby, which is dolls. All right, everyone. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you loved it and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and you hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video, and you receive invites to my live streams, which I will be back at this week, actually. Not sure which day, but I'm going to pop in on y'all and surprise you. All right, everyone. Till next time. God bless.